Hello, this is Renee with DIY Mental Boost, the channel for learning to train your brain to be happy despite challenges. Now, when you think of the word train, what goes into your mind? Well, for some, that sounds kind of arduous, but the technique that I share is 1, 2, 3 simple. Today, we're going to actually talk about motivation, okay? Sometimes people will say, I lack motivation, or they feel that they're too busy, or they have too much things to do, or they say they want to do something, but then it ends up not happening. So what is this? What's causing that? Well, when we understand the brain and what's going on, it's a very easy thing to address, a very easy thing to fix. So what you want to do is you need to take a second and just ask yourself, am I looking at the process or am I looking at the result? Now, what does that mean? Well, to look at the process means that you're looking at all the different steps that you're going to have to take in order to accomplish your task. For instance, let's say you want to start working out. Well, you may start thinking about all the different things that are impeding or that you have to do in order to start working out. Like, for instance, I don't have a gym. I got to figure out how to work at home. I got to work out at home. I got to figure out what to wear. I don't think I have the right type of equipment in order to work out. Many different reasons may start popping up in your mind. That's the process you're looking at. Now, if you're looking at the end result, in your mind, what you see is the result of you following through with your task. So let's say you are working out and it's so that you can get strong, have a little bit more stamina. Well, you see yourself accomplishing the things that you say you want to do because you've started to work out. Okay, does that make sense? So am I looking at the process or am I looking at the end result? If you're looking at the process, that gets to be a lot. And so the brain will start to gear towards what it does, which is to avoid discomfort. And so when you're looking at the process, you're causing it discomfort. So then you lack the motivation. When you're looking at the end result, your brain is geared towards something that seems not so painful. So it is going to gear you towards giving you the oomph to do what you want. Does that make sense? So are you looking at the process or are you looking at the end result? Look at that, and anything that you feel that you are not accomplishing, that you're not motivated to actually do, look to see how you are viewing it in your mind. So now if you are looking at the process, what you want to do is you can go ahead and silence all of those objections or things that you see in your brain and that's saying it's negative. You do that with the 1, 2, 3 step. Okay. And if you're looking at the process, then what you want to do is you want to do the 1, 2, 3 step as to why you think you may not get that end result. What do you think is getting in your way or could get in your way? You want to silence that. So either way, you can use the technique to either amp up your motivation or to get motivation. So does that make sense? So when we are not motivated in life, just ask yourself, am I looking at the process or am I looking at the end result? And then ask yourself, when you do have the end result in your mind, well, what's my purpose in doing this? The end result is that I want yada, yada, yada. Well, why do I want that? What's it supposed to do for me? What is it? All of those will help your brain to see this as something that is good, and it will work you towards that. So this is how you get motivation without having to try to force yourself to do something. You just go inside and you look to see what your brain is telling you, and you either silence the unwanted information or you amp up the wanted information. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you found that very, very useful. So remember, your brain is going to gear you towards what seems less painful. and it will make you avoid what it sees as painful. So what you tell it is where it will gear you. So that is how you stay in control of what is going on in your life. I hope that makes sense. Don't forget, I am here every single day at noon, and you can use the DIY Mental Boost videos on Facebook and the posts on Instagram, Facebook, and the videos on YouTube in order to start practicing this technique and learning how to retrain your brain. Don't forget, in the beginning you have to manually do this, but once your brain gets the hang of it, because it's going to start gearing towards what's painful, and so less painful. So as soon as you start seeing changes, your brain's going to like doing things this way. So it will start automatically doing it. So start practicing. Get going on this and help your brain to give you what it is that you say you want. Ciao. We'll see you mañana at 12. Sorry for the 1 o'clock today, but we had technical difficulties.